new series layout and see how it shakes up the predictions here. We've got Strongholds on Recharge, Slayer on Live Fire, and Oddball on Streets. Now, Wes, I know you're looking forward to some good Halo today, just based off of what you see here. What are you hoping to see in this matchup coming up?
I mean, obviously, I think we're all rooting to get to that Streets Oddball and potentially maybe even a third round there. We want this to be as hype as possible, right?
Yeah.
And in the winter semis, where this rivalry is really starting to form, it feels like in this region, OEX and NaVi, they have to figure out a way to beat each other consistently because, I mean, everybody's so focused on Cartel and can Cartel lose a series, but the second, third place is still extremely important to me, right? When I think about the EU region overall, I'm pumped to see Cartel play, but then I'm also like, OEX and NaVi have a lot of skill. They can create upsets, even in American soil, but they have to figure out a level of consistency. What I've seen from OEX is they have the potential to go blow for blow sometimes with Cartel. I mean, that winners finals last time around, watching that, I was really surprised to see some of these guys play so well, even though I'd never heard of them. NURIX and TchiK, those are two players that really stepped up and impressed me. If they're able to continue to play at that high level, they're going to give not only NaVi a run for their money, but a lot of North American teams and potentially Cartel, if they can just find one more gear to push it to.
Let's do some quick predictions. So, Wes, I'll start with you. Give me a quick prediction for this series.
For this series, I think OEX. What they showed me throughout the last broadcast that I watched of the weekend, they look good, man. And if they can play a little bit better, I think they can take this whole thing. For NaVi, I expect them to play better than they have. And it wouldn't surprise me if they came out and learned a little bit more about the game and felt so much more comfortable. So I don't really know who's going to win the series. I expect OEX to, but I mean, NaVi needs to figure out a way to step it up. And I know they have that potential.
Okay, so Wes thinks OEX. Tony, quick prediction. What are you thinking?
Yeah, you know, week after week, NaVi keep getting better and better. They get more polished, and with that polish, they start to play faster. They get into their setups. They lock it in. NaVi get better week after week. I just don't think this week is theirs, and I'm still going to go OEX. But let me tell you, I think this is going to change. Eventually, NaVi is going to take their rightful throne and consistently be making grand finals.
Like you said, they're getting better, but maybe not quickly enough, Tony. So Tony's going OEX. I'm going to go OEX as well. The matchup is ready to start. So Shurzy, I'm going to throw it to you, and you're welcome to lead in with your own prediction or just carry away the cast, boys. Good luck.
Thanks so much, Wes. I don't think we need to do predictions too much, Wes. Let's try and be surprised as possible. I think the issue for me is on the side of NaVi, something that people may not be aware of is that Kimbo's PC actually exploded week 1, and he's been playing on an Xbox ever since then. So I think problems with the hardware, you know, playing on, 30 frames per second, I think he's playing on right now. It might be the Xbox One for all we know. So there is issues there, and they might just be happy enough making it out to rally and then trying to make a big splash there.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about technical difficulties. I know with online video games, you're going to see different pings. You're going to experience different issues as far as technicalities come to play. And that does sound like a major red flag. But to your point, what really matters is getting to Raleigh. When you're at Raleigh, you're all going to be playing on the same consistent tech. So there's nothing to really worry about there. So I know that these guys, as veterans, really want to just get to that land. To your point, we're into game 1 already. We see a few kills go on the board, and it looks like NaVi already off to an early start.
Game 1, rocking and rolling. NURIX was the last man alive for a brief moment in time there, with 4 members now up for NaVi, so they can transition this into a little bit of early scoring. Camouflage has gone the way of the boys on OEX. Can he make a big splash with it? Yes, he can. He's going to get that kill. 3 points for NaVi, but now we're starting to see OEX just go through the gears.
Really interesting to see OEX somehow still get camo control and lose the start of the match, right? You're seeing NURIX right now already taking over C, already continuing to rotate, and if he's able to put this camo to use top elevator, they could really secure some serious time here. They're going for the trip cap at A. It could be an overextension, but it doesn't look like it because they get the slays.
2-on-1 against Jimbo there. Foxy was there briefly for a moment, but unfortunately for him, he didn't have enough shields to really make a good fist of that fight. So we're seeing early scoring now going over towards Cartel, as well as that triple cap. They really do enjoy putting the triple cap, putting NaVi under pressure immediately from the get-go.
Yeah, trip caps are very difficult to continue on, and they're very easy to have the enemy team use it as an advantage against you, because split spawns will come in, and if they get around to slays, they're going to flip the map right back on you. You're seeing the trip cap so shortly lived right there. You're really wondering if that's a successful strategy that they want to continue to push for the rest of the game.
We were looking at TwoFoxy there for a brief moment, but he's gone up in smoke. Nothing but smoke leaving the boots as he sizzles up into a ball of flames. Now we're seeing this fight going down. Respectful, last man alive for NaVi. Needs to just milk a little bit, and if he can get his team to spawn over here towards batteries, that'll do them the world of good.
This is such a difficult position for Respectful right now. He's got to try and stay alive as he tries to get B, but once again, they find themselves in the trip cap. He goes down, and trying to get that B stronghold when you're the last guy alive is never going to work. You need to figure out a way to just create space for your team.
We're seeing OEX playing like it's a little bit like it's a submission game. They're trying to make you tap out here. That's why they're putting you on so much pressure off the respawn and constantly going for that triple cap. They've now made it into C. They just keep rotating almost clockwise at times, Wes.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful rotations, though. See, I like that they're going for the trip cap, but they're okay with losing one of these as long as they can hold the other two. So far, I mean, taking a look at the stats, you're looking at SLG, someone that I really thought could have played better in the finals against Cartel last weekend. I want to see a lot out of SLG. His consistency is something that worries me, but if he's able to find his footing here today, I think this OEX roster can go the distance.
SLG, one of those players that can play on a pure emotion and confidence at times and capable of changing the tide of any real series. Lovely shots from Respectful there, though. Gets a couple of kills and might be able to transition this into a double kill, but he's making a real difficult kill of it is TchiK. He milked long enough there that I think that was really great play out of TchiK, considering he was a guaranteed death.
Yeah, everything I've seen out of TchiK is really impressive so far. Having just had the last broadcast, really, for him to be featured in my eyes, he stepped up. And usually you don't get that good at Halo without me knowing your name, but congratulations, TchiK. You've been under the radar, but the coming out party last weekend was great. Let's see if you have that level of consistency. Let's see what you can do for this OEX roster that really does it has that high ceiling, but we're going to have to see everybody play well.
TwoFoxy putting down some lovely shots there, almost getting the reversal as well, a double kill, just to try and put some more pressure onto them. But we've seen NaVi showing signs of life, and they've actually got a triple cap of their own here, Wes. They're starting to score points, and they've actually taken the lead.
Yeah, you love to see this, right? The Englishmen, they're back, baby. They have life right now. The lead is actually in their favor, and it looks like somehow OEX, with all of these trip caps that we've mentioned, they haven't really held them for any decent amount of time. Unfortunately, you see, once again, the trip cap does not favor the team that has the total control. NaVi lose it once again, and now all they have to play with is B.
TwoFoxy had camo, but TchiK was not to be fooled. Squinted his eyes, caught a little glimmer in the wind, and beautiful shots out of TwoFoxy once more. He's really starting to come to life. He can be the difference maker for this team, the in-game leader in TwoFoxy.
Yeah, this is back-to-back camos for this NaVi roster, and with that, that's why this lead change has been so evident, right? They're going to be able to lose C here, but you see TwoFoxy just playing his life, trying to wait, trying to bait this B stronghold. I actually love what we're seeing out of NaVi right now. And this NaVi roster, yeah, they haven't played to their potential yet, but like we said in the pregame, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before they start to figure things out, start to sing from the same hymn sheet. Respectful over towards batteries, realizing he's in a spot of bother, trying to stay alive for as long as possible, and he's doing a fantastic job of making this the most difficult kill possible. Now, finally, NURIX puts him away, but the damage has already been done. They're up 145 now to 83, and we're seeing it contest here over towards batteries with a member. It's going to be Jimbo who actually gets the reset. That could be big.
I mean, that's all off the base of Respectful staying as long as he did, right? He made himself such a difficult kill that stronghold, it got delayed just a few seconds. What did those few seconds do? It allowed time for the boys to show up, get him out, get the reset, and NaVi keep control.
3 dead for a moment there for NaVi, though. That could mean some more points ticking over in the right direction towards OEX, and they're going to try and claim as many points as they can during this brief intermission. Shots going down between Kimbo, though, and it's going to bait and switch out there. Lovely fundamentals of Halo from the boys on NaVi, and they've got 4 members of OEX in the grave.
This next camo could be extremely important, and we've seen NaVi, ever since the first one got out of their hands, they've been focused on it. They've been the ones securing these things. TwoFoxy. Jimbo, he's making his way as well. Love the fact that Jimbo's able to get it. If he can stay alive, that's great, but getting it out of the hands of the potential OEX members, that could be big as well. They do hop in B, however, so NaVi's going to be pressed to try and hold 2 strongholds here. Jim needed to play his life a little bit slower there. Did not have the numbers, and that was all 4 dead for NaVi. OEX smell blood in the water.
Just like that, they've come to life. The Sharks are starting to smell that blood and attack accordingly. We're seeing 3 members alive for both teams here. I make that 2 for OEX, but SLG has just came back in to enjoy and get involved again in this fight once more. This score is ever so slowly ticking towards the realms of a 1-0 win for NaVi. If they can just keep going the way they are here, Wes.
Yeah, NaVi's rolling right now, right? This is the NaVi you wanted to see. This OEX team, they are no pushover. They have been in the finals consistently here. And NaVi, what do they expect? They expect to win, right? They want to be the best team in Europe. They have been in their past, in their careers. They want to reclaim that throne. This is a major step in getting into that direction. And NaVi starting off today so well. This could be the NaVi coming out party we've been waiting for. And I love the play by Jimbo to play his life, get back up there and get a kill at least, make it difficult and make this retake on A so much more manageable.
Yep, he really makes that push that OEX were looking to attack maybe B out from A a little bit less strong with taking down that member of the enemy team. We're looking to see this now from TwoFoxy, realizing that these players are going to be pushing out of C one way or another. Now he's going to take this fight on. TchiK goes down to no shields, but wisely TwoFoxy decides he's going to back down before getting himself involved. He is going to trade out, and that's going to be doing the likes of NaVi the world of good here. They're scoring all the while.
Show me something, Jimmy. You got the shock rifle in hand. Boom, baby. That's one. Can't land the second, but giving your team that slight advantage for the next 8 seconds is going to be massive as they cross 230 points.
230 points on the board now then. Jim has that rifle looking to do some damage. Camo has just came up on the map as well. It looks like as though it's going to be a member of OEX to secure that and pop that into their chest. Fight going down here. And again, we're seeing OEX make this a really difficult kill. And somehow, some way, TwoFoxy's had the reversal card sprung on him and he's going to hit the grave.
Yeah, unfortunately, not able to finish that kill, and that's all 4 dead for NaVi. Total control in the hands of OEX, and OEX need it because right now, a great shot from Kimbo, or SLG, I'm sorry, is going to take down Kimbo, and you're going to have to see perfect halo play by OEX. The solo spawner is spotted out, and SLG, he immediately erases him off the map. 2 back-to-back perfect shots with that shock rifle. 3 dead again for NaVi, and how long can they keep this going? How long can we entertain this comeback?
SLG's got task manager open and he's just ending these players immediately. Using this rifle to great effect. I love the trigger discipline and the patience he used there. Against respectful as he hits a no scope onto Jimbo as well. You need to shut SLG down now here if you're NaVi because he's starting to cook.
Oh no, the triple kill comes through and he's showing you exactly how strong this shock rifle is. This is unbelievable. This is the SLG that needs to heat up and give his team some life today. If they can come back, 200 points now, total control still in effect.
They have NaVi on the back foot here. They're desperately trying to stop the bleeding from this triple cap, but the collapse is going to come through once more. OEX have gotten the damage done. TwoFoxy's down, SLG is down, and perhaps just getting the Frenchman and SLG to hit the grave might be enough to start some sort of a push. NaVi only need 9 seconds, but OEX are right back in this.
Somehow they fly in and get to reset with the grapple, so it delays everything. B does get controlled, so NaVi, if they can get C, if they can get them out of B, NURIX, he hops in B. Unfortunately, you're seeing NaVi needing one more stronghold. They do spawn A, though, and because of it, they're starting to score 245. If you're OEX, you have to get in now.
One last push, one last throw of the dice. That's all they have here, OEX. They have won the gun engagement, though, and they're going to turn the tide once more. They're hunting for C.
Oh my God, respectful stuck back C. They're spawning plat. No one from NaVi near any of the strongholds. And I believe actually one just hops in at the last second. 248 to 244.
It's all come down to this. Can TwoFoxy transition it over? Yes, he can. They've scored game 1. A bit of an upset goes towards NaVi. What a result.
Oh my God, the comeback that almost just happened for OEX would have been monumental for their headspace in this series. They do, however, lose game 1. NaVi get the round of slays, get the spawns they need in order to get 2 of those strongholds at the end, and it could not have been any closer. Can wake up and play like they did in the last 2 minutes of that game. That's not something you want to compete against.
Here we go then, once more into the fray. Winners semi-finals, game 2. NaVi versus OEX. NaVi up 1 game to the good. If they win it here, they will be in the winners finals for the first time in any of these online cups.
Yeah. And they expect to be there, right? These guys are EU champions. They've done so much throughout their Halo careers, and sitting out of EU finals has to eat at them. So it's great to see them step up here, but will they be able to punch their ticket to that finals is the question. As we're watching, Respectful being aggressive, keeping his foot on the gas, getting a few kills while doing so.
Early engagements then have favored NaVi, but only by a sliver. Camouflage is going to pop up here, but TchiK has got the sniper rifle to play a little bit of defense and make sure that they can't get their hands on a heat wave in the hands of the boys on NaVi, but 2 players down to no shields. He's going to try and scamper away, and he is going to escape with his life, but Kimbo unfortunately wasn't able to turn tail as quickly as he could. But 5 kills to 4. They've got sniper rifle and camouflage as well.
Yeah, OEX, even though it's just a tie game, is definitely in a position to break this one open. You see NURIX with already 3 kills. I love SLG having camo and snipe, but I do want to see him kind of reposition here. Not sure if this is the best location for him to be in, because if he does spot a player and he does shoot, he's going to be in a real tough position to really capitalize. And unfortunately, that's his exact thing I'm talking about. But his teammate right there with the heat wave, able to actually hit the shots, and they get that free kill. They get tower control. And you're seeing NaVi kind of run for their lives towards the silo here. Is SLG going to be able to take them out before they can get into house?
I actually love what we've seen there as well, Wes. Something a little bit subtle. TchiK had the sniper rifle, but he's actually transitioned. He's dropped it for his teammate in SLG, who's had the sniper rifle and the camo combination. Now, he wasn't able to be too productive with it. He tried to just hold outside and wait for 2Foxy to come to him, but unfortunately, 2Foxy was not going to step into that cheese and onto that trap. And Jimbo now, shots go down. He's going to lose his life. The score is 11-10, nothing to separate them.
Yeah, but somehow OEX really having the better series of map control there, and somehow NaVi going 3-1 right there, getting the snipe out of their hands. Not only that, but 2Foxy now putting that snipe to work. Finds the first body, needs to stay alive, actually wastes the last shot as well. And if you're OEX and you have that kind of map control and you get the power up and you get the snipe, you expect to be heavily in the lead. And right now, only up 1 kill. I would have expected to try and push my advantages further earlier in this game. You have to figure out ways to start pushing these advantages, because when NaVi gets control, what's going to happen?
We've now seen 2 camouflages be used, one on the side of OEX, one on the side of NaVi, and neither one of them really putting it to great use and putting score on the board and getting value, any sort of bang for their bucks. That's going to be a misplay for both teams here, and maybe nerves starting to play a part. Maybe situations just didn't shake out in their favor, but we're going to see another sniper rifle in 15 seconds or so, and NaVi want to keep SLG off this.
Yeah, they cannot let SLG continue to get their hands on it. They need to actually do a better job of getting that themselves. And I think that that's something they did in game 1, was start securing camos and start putting them to use. I think that's why they were able to run away with the game in that mid-game performance. But right now, trying to get the snipe, and it's not going to work out because 3 members of NaVi go down. The heat wave comes in, and TchiK right now on screen has the snipe.
He's dropped the heat wave there. I wonder if he's giving the information to a teammate that he's going for sniper rifle. You take the heat wave. It looks as though it was dropped, but it might still be down in the pad there, so we won't see heat wave being used too much for now. But sniper rifle situated over towards tower. They've got a 5-kill advantage as well here, starting to rotate a little bit, but Kimbo tries to perform a little bit of a backstab and a bit of a pinch there, but TchiK was too clever and too wise for that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what TchiK does with the snipe. He was very impressive to me in the last broadcast, and I want to see more of this player. It seems like he has a good grip on how to play good, efficient Halo. I love what I've seen him do in objective game types. I'm very excited to see this snipe, but I would like to see him post up a little bit top tower more often and just hold angles for his team, right? You're not seeing that a lot from some teams that want to play aggressive. A great quick scope to the body, a nice finish with the headshot, and TchiK doing exactly what he should, although I'd rather him have that opportunity to be looking power up and brutes with the snipe, but maybe that's just a preference that I have.
Yeah, he's been a little bit frantic with it, isn't he? He's not really settling himself down, not really planting his feet and trying to find angles. He's really trying to stay in the move and find some picks, and maybe that's a game plan of theirs. Try to keep the sniper rifle on the move, keep these enemy players guessing. We're seeing the repulsor come through as well, and opting not to use that final shot, relying on his teammate, and his teammate done him the world of good.
Yeah, I was very interested to see him push with that snipe out, but he ends up playing chess, not checkers, with the repulsor, and because of it, stays alive. And he's been doing some work. Unfortunately, he's going to be knocked to no shield here and needs to also stay alive. I believe power up was coming up. Not sure who's it in the hands of, but I mean, if we're going to take a look at the stats, Jersey, TchiK with 12 kills already. He's doing a repeat of what your brother did yesterday.
Yeah, and unfortunately, on the flip side of that, Jimbo seems to be struggling just a touch. -7 for the game here, 2 and 9, and they're going to need him to turn his fortunes around. Perhaps he needs to play a little bit slower behind his teammates just to put an end to those deaths. That's going to help his cause a little bit. Another kill to add to his tally. Score, though, 36-30. And OEX looking to bounce back immediately here in game 2.
Yeah, OEX needs to find a way to win this, stay in this series, and somehow punch their ticket in game 3 to that winners finals. Unfortunately, NaVi playing much better than they have in the past, and that's going to give them much more difficult time trying to punch that ticket. You're seeing Respectful with 10 and TchiK with 13 now. That's a lot of slices as we enter the late game.
Just need Kimbo and Jimbo to get cooking a little bit more. They're below the curve at the moment. Need them to step up if they're going to get this win here and knock OEX down to the lower bracket. We're seeing drop wall come down. That's going to provide a little bit of cover for him as he rotates around here with the heat wave. Not fully comfortable and confident with this heat wave at the moment. He knows players are positioned around him and trying to desperately stay alive. His teammate's going to come in to offer a little bit of assistance. And that's exactly what he gets. 2 kill assists, and that's going to put them within 12 kill advantage now. The writing's on the wall for NaVi. We're going to see a game 3.
Yeah, OEX up 10. It would be a collapse of the ages for them to lose this game. But I do want to point out how well TchiK does of staying alive. Multiple times so far this game, we saw the heat wave, we saw with Snipe. He was knocked to no shield so many times, but yet he's able to play his life and keep the numbers in his team's advantage while also receiving a lot of damage and focus from the other team. That creates so many opportunities for your team when you're able to play like that. TchiK doing a really good job of keeping his team in this series.
1 kill remaining. NaVi, I think, no, it's going to come eventually. He just traded out, and there we have it. 2 kills do come in, but it's not going to count for 51, just a 50-36. OEX bounce back in our game number 2 to push this series, the distance. It's all coming down the streets. Oddball. What a game that was. What a series we're having already, Wes.
You cannot put a percentage on how important these rockets are going to be if used correctly in either holding a setup or breaking a setup and securing that valuable time.
And we hear a little rough from Poppy. She's ready for game 3 and ready to see OEX bounce and complete the reverse sweep here. And there we have it. Poppy might be a fan of this. The Bulldog in the hands of TchiK, and he's looking to do damage immediately.
Yeah, unfortunately, he actually gets taken down. Respectful does find one of his own, but he finds himself by himself now. The Stalker rifle, it's going to be strong, but not when you're no shield bottom middle. And you already see rockets went in the hands of OEX. They got used, and now they're going to have the first opportunity at a real setup here. And SLG, if he can get this kill, the reversal, the perfect shot, oof, that's going to allow his team to start getting off to a phenomenal start here in round 1.
Jimbo, the last man alive now. 2 Foxy and Kimbo coming up to join him now. Jimbo trying to slow it down, play his life as best as he can over towards this arcade. He's isolated just a little bit from the rest of the team, and we're seeing Kimbo positioned bottom middle, trying to get some angles, but there's not really much doing there for him over towards L now. He's going to be collapsed on by the likes of SLG. Will he get that kill? No, he won't. Respectful answers back and says, no, shuts him down right before he can get himself ahead of steam. 40 points, though, already on the board, and NURIX has been holding this ball all the while.
Yeah, they are going to finally get their setup broken, it looks like, but the ball gets played bottom middle, and that makes it so much more difficult for NaVi to have any idea of like how they're going to be able to get a setup. They're going to have to reslay once again, and that's going to be very difficult when TchiK has this shotgun. He does finally go down, but not after taking Jimbo.
2 Foxy also puts away SLG to start this push and break this setup. TchiK, the last man alive, over towards tower. This could be a kill for TchiK, and is, as he gets the finish, but Jimbo scarpering away with the ball, trying to answer back and put some score on the board of his own, and they've got a little bit of a per man setup at the moment.
Yeah, I would have liked Jimbo to go into the police department with that ball and just hang out and maybe rack up some time. You're down by 32 right now. He's fighting multiple members and trying to push back the push of OEX, but these rockets coming up and Jimbo going down, that's not a good equation for NaVi fans.
Jimbo's battle rifle was not discriminating there. He would fight any man positioned over towards bottom palms, and what have we seen there from Fragxr, just shooting the ground and taking himself out and putting his teammate down to half shields. I think he was scared by a ghost down there by Neon.
Yeah, he actually ended up trading a kill there, but that's not what you want to do with rockets. You want to be able to create an opening, not just trade kills, trade damage. And unfortunately for NaVi fans, or I guess that's fortunate for NaVi fans, the Rockets actually seem like they go to waste. They're able to continue to grab this ball. You see Respectful, he's going to be rotating it away from TchiK right now, and TchiK in a very tough position because he's down numbers right now, needs to play his life in a great positioning. Catches Jimbo. Unfortunately, Jimbo able to play his life a little better than we would have expected, and now that could be the opening that OEX need.
I think TchiK, after meleeing Jimbo and then putting a shot on him, just assumed he was going to drop dead, but Jim showing great resilience, staying alive and almost scarpering away and playing his life and just milking that extra couple of seconds. And that could be big for the team, as ball now has transitioned down towards station, and that's not where you want it to be for either team, really.
No, I love what Respectful's doing here, though. He's delaying so much. Not only that, though, he actually ends up getting another double, and because of it, he's going to give NaVi some life here. He's going to give NaVi some fire they need here in round one.
37 seconds then. NaVi have the ball in their control. OEX in no rush, no panic here, realizing that they can break the setup and they need to have the ingredients all in the right place. They want to have their timing nailed down before they make this push, because that will amount to more points for NaVi. They're starting to make their move now. 3 dead momentarily. Kimbo will put 1 in the grave, but SLG answers back there, and that's 4 up against NaVi's 2.
Yeah, NaVi doing such a good job of coming back in this game ever since we've seen OEX really get off to a hot start. NaVi's been able to crawl back into it, but how will this game end? We're in the mid game right now. TwoFoxy being aggressive with rockets, able to find one, play his life. Unfortunately, he's getting pressured now, and with one more rocket in the chamber, he gets a second. And hopefully, you see some of these kills translate into a setup, but no, right there, you see 2 kills coming for NaVi's favor, and all of a sudden, it's OEX with the ball. They do continue to trade, but this game, once again, very scrappy.
Jimbo just coming up off the respawn then. Here is Kimbo positioned towards top tires. Shots go down with his teammates. A really awkward fight as well for either one of them to get involved in. TwoFoxy will help out Kimbo, spare his blushes and put TchiK away. Jimbo though, again caught into another fight. So we're seeing NaVi really starting to fight very well with one another and baiting and switching expertly.
Yeah, Respectful leading the pack with 11 kills. Needs to continue that momentum, right? I think if we're talking about other players that need to step up, Kimbo had a rough game too. 4 kills only here in game 1, about halfway through. We need to see some life if you want NaVi to win this game. OEX, they're doing such a good job of hindering that performance of Kimbo and Jimbo, and because of it, they're able to continue their lead.
Respectful's picked up a couple of kills. After getting the kill on the ball carrier, I almost expect them to pick it up and rack up some points, because it can be so important for your team. If you rack up 5-10 seconds here and there and just really scrap your way towards the finish line, it can do you the world of good here. But he's opting to slay out instead, and TwoFoxy's going to pick up that ball and score some points. It's important to note here, folks, only 1 minute and 20 left on the clock.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this push from NURIX bottom middle. He is going to create some pressure, which actually opens up the purple street. Jimbo goes down, and because it, NURIX has found his opening.
I like this from NaVi, getting a 1-point kill advantage or score advantage, but unfortunately for them, 3 members down momentarily as OEX have almost a full complement of players, and they've got this PD set up as well, situated over towards back tower and back PD ramp, so they've got all the ingredients they need to close this game out.
Yeah, very similar to what we saw yesterday, just teams not being able to hold setups, right? We saw NaVi with a complete setup there. Rockets actually coming up as well, so those slays meaning a little bit more. They find 1 kill with the Rockets. He actually does go down. Rockets get transferred over to the hands of TwoFoxy. And another blunder from one of these teams that are holding a setup, an overextension from the Rocket player. And we're going to see how they get punished here as TwoFoxy looks to push.
TwoFoxy looking to punch a hole in the defense of OEX, and he's done just that, as TchiK is the last man alive here for OEX, but he's not going to be anywhere near around to start this fight. Only 55 seconds left in the clock as well, and we're going to see NaVi claw back into this and close the gap. 83 seconds now to 67, and TwoFoxy trying to rotate away with this ball, but he's just fumbled at the important time.
Yeah, time will start to become a factor. As you see, it's just under 50 seconds. It will stop if the ball is controlled, but if you're an OEX fan, if you're OEX, you don't want the ball controlled. You're up almost 20 points. Yeah. You want to just play out and potentially end this round, and this scoreline doesn't move from here.
At this point, Dan Gaskin is screaming to OEX, just slay, don't let them touch the ball, and you don't need to touch the ball either, because you will stop the clock. But we're seeing NaVi get their hands on the ball now. 2 members down for OEX. And that could spell disaster. The ball has trickled down towards bottom middle. It's exactly where OEX needed to be. It's been reset.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are going to be a couple NaVi players here on the ball, but they're going to be surrounded by these players. Somebody needs to find a way to get kills. 2 members of NaVi go down, and unfortunately, Respectful, it's up to him, but he loves the moment he gets the kill, finds the ball again, and continues to score for his team. But 7 seconds, no room for error. Here we go.
It's down to the wire now. TchiK needs to get this stop, is going to get it. Someone needs to get their hands on it. Can someone do it? No, they can't. OEX close out game 3. 2-1 the series score.
Yeah, tries Respectful might to carry his team there in round 1. He was unable to do so.
I got myself way too excited. Round 1's gone their way.
Yeah, just round 1 for OEX. We still can go the distance here. We're all hoping for a 3rd round, but it's going to be on the back of NaVi's well-performed 2nd round. We hope Jimbo starting off strong with the first kill.
First kill in the bag, and they've kept themselves neck and neck in that game 1. That round 1's going to do them the world of good in terms of confidence. They know that they can hang now. They're really starting to click. Is NaVi. They're learning.
They're going to need to learn quickly because their back's against the wall here. If they want to make it to a winners finals, they have to find a way to not only win this round, but 2 consecutive rounds against an OEX team that has haunted them so far in Halo Infinite. OEX seeming to find their stride here towards the end of this series. The Slayer, it was ugly. Will the ball game end in a similar result?
Lots of unanswered time here for NaVi, though. 34 seconds to be exact, as he drops down now and slays out SLG. Can he slay out SLG? No, the Frenchman's going to hit those shots and shut him down. Kimbo will answer back, though. Trade out that life. We're seeing Fragxr now positioned towards top nest, putting down some lovely damage as well. 2 members left for NaVi, and SLG and the boys, they're starting to break that setup and getting some score of their own.
Yeah, it's so tough there, right? NaVi wanted to rotate the ball through the street. Unfortunately, they got kind of sandwiched in that situation. Caught out in the open with giving up a lot of sight lines to a lot of different angles. And because of it, OEX get the sways. They get the ball back into Tram. Not only that, but NURIX, he's running rampant with the perfect shots.
2 members down then for NaVi. And 3 up on the side of OEX. Ball down over towards this Tram station. Neither team set up or positioned to get their hands on the ball and score some points. It's in a really perilous position at the moment, and both teams almost baiting it at times. 2 members go down for each team, but this time NaVi are going to come out on top. Ball in hands now, they're scoring even more points.
Yeah, this is big for NaVi. This is an opportunity to really blow this round 2 wide open. Get such a comfortable lead that you just have to slay 1 or 2 more times. Right now, over 50 seconds, so early in the round, you have everything to play with, the entire map. You get the kill. I was going to question the push from 2Foxy, but it works out. And because of it, he awards his team with a few more points.
2Foxy playing very well here in round 2. 5 kills and only 1 death. So performing admirably and starting to rotate that ball, trusting in his teammates. The calls come through. SLG trying to beat them off and head them off the pass. He has a player to contend with on the staircase here, and they're both going to handle one another. Trades go down. Commando being used. Another trade. The trading left, right, and center here. And that's going to do NaVi the world of good, as they've already got a significant lead here in round 2.
Yeah, pivotal battle gets won by Fragxr, and because of it, OEX finally starts to tick their points on the board here in round 2. We'll see how long they can try and keep this ball secured back tower, but so far throughout this match, we haven't seen either team really have success here back tower with the oddball. I think it's going to start to change now.
SLG has a fight down in PD, and he's going to lose his life. And that means setup has been broken wide open. NaVi not letting OEX get comfortable whatsoever. TchiK's got that bulldog, but he's already down to no shields. That's set up completely broken. And like you said, neither team able to hold this PD side, Wes.
Yeah, and I'm really questioning what we just saw from Fragxr right there, right? Like, drops the ball and then immediately sees a guy bottom middle and challenges a 1v1. Like, your team has full map control. You should be able to play angles, play your life, and not be forced into a 1v1 there. Because of it, you saw NaVi break that setup immediately after he goes down and continue to score some points. NaVi setup not nearly as clean as well, but they're playing with such a comfortable lead here in round 2 that we're going to see it round 3 as long as it continues in this pace.
Oh, 2 members of NaVi going for the same rockets, and Kimbo deciding, okay, you have the rockets, I'll take the ball. It's not as strong and powerful, but it does mean that we will win the game. If only teammates in matchmaking would do that instead, pick up the ball. That's how you win the game, folks. But either way, 95 seconds, they're going to tick it up. And barring a miracle here, we will see this game. We won't see this game head just yet.
No, just 1 point needed. Respectful hops on it. Even though he's got a player in his face, he's able to get a second before he can be taken down. And a very quick round 2 for NaVi. Tie this game up, and you asked me at the start of the series what I want to see. I want to see a round 3 oddball. Poppy's been barking about it all series, and here we go.
1-1 in the series, 1-1 in the oddball game. It's all come down to this: which team can solidify themselves in the winners finals. NaVi have not been there all season long, and they want to make the change right here, right now. And the way that last round went, the momentum's definitely on their side.
Rockets in the hands of SLG. He exchanges it for a Stalker rifle here, and we've seen the damage he can do, the shots he can hit, the perfect kills that happen so quickly with this weapon. Can SLG be the anchor for his team right now on this balcony position with the Stalker rifle and really open up this 3rd round?
SLG back down then. Half shields. Respectful's going to try and get involved, get a little bit frisky, but he's also shut down on the staircase. He had a 1v2 there. Despite SLG being a little bit weak, he opted to fight the wrong player, did Respectful. That's going to be a full squad wipe now for the boys on NaVi. OEX will turn that directly into points. Great work out of them.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but another setup broken. TchiK's going to have shotgun here, and I don't believe Respectful is going to expect it. But yes, the great play from Respectful to loop around. Maybe he does know. Unfortunately, he doesn't know 2 players are in there, and because of it, he loses his life. OEX now have a setup in the back of Tram. NaVi, their backs are against the wall.
2 Foxy waiting to come off the respawn, watching and waiting to see what his team can do to break this setup. 2 members do go down, but Bulldog in the hand of TchiK, and that can turn the tide of any fight, and that's exactly what we've seen there, as he's firing at almost any man that wants it. And unfortunately for him, he is ultimately going to get taken down. Only 5 bullets left in the Bulldog as well. Now we need to get some points on the board. 3 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock whilst nobody holds the ball. Still plenty of time for NaVi to get back in this, and we're going to see another Rockets. These could be huge.
Yeah, Rockets are coming up, and OEX in perfect position to pick these up. Not only that, but OEX trying to sandwich the ball guy from behind. That player gets taken down, and that's a phenomenal job to cut some of the angles the enemy team's going to have off on you. But SLG with Rockets, with Stalker rifle, he's been doing work so far in this game, and already you see him putting those to work. 3 go down for NaVi, and once again, OEX look to blow this one wide open.
There's an SLG-shaped hole in NaVi's defense right now. He's just carved an opening there for his team to secure even more points. Drops that rocket launcher. He's done the business with it, and now got the Sentinel beam to microwave.
I'm not sure if we've seen SLG use his BR this game, but it doesn't matter. He's killing everyone with every gun, the heat wave, the microwave, you name it, he's using it, and he's burning players alive.
Burning players to a crisp. I'm not even sure that the Sentinel beam is actually that strong, but I tell you something, actually being shot by it is just so frustrating. It might only take for like a very little amount of damage. It has so much recoil, but getting shot by it just infuriates me.
Yeah, the UI for that is very difficult to try and play through, and I think that's one of the strengths of that gun. It gives it an opportunity. Kimbo with an opportunity with the shotgun to really make a play. Unfortunately, he actually gets taken down. Only 1 player in SLG was alive on the map for just a second, but now he's surrounded. NaVi, Respectful, that was beautiful. That was a massive kill that gave his team a lot of space here, but NaVi have to figure out a way to translate that into some ball time, and unfortunately, so far here in round 3, we have not seen it.
OEX have done a great job of making the game scrappy when they don't have the ball and putting as much points on the board when they do. 78 seconds to 23 here in our final round of Oddball. Shots going down once more. Jimbo's going to lose his life. They're trading left and right, back and forth. 3 minutes left on the clock, but the pressure's really on NaVi here.
Yeah, the trades actually benefit Respectful. I want to see him bring this ball back into Tram and start scoring some points. Brother, you are down 50 points. Hold the ball. Let your teammates that are advanced on the map here try and fight these players, but absolutely Respectful has to figure out a way to manage this setup while also racking up some significant time, because they have so much work to be done in the next 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
We're seeing him rotate now, not aware of where SLG's position. He's going to be behind them in tires, opting to thrust towards this Rockets instead, and some lovely shots going down from Respectful. That's exactly what we need to see from him. Can his team keep him alive? Yes, they can, somehow, some way. Brandon Stones is still alive. He's popping off, and that's what NaVi need right now.
He turns around, gets the assist or the kill from the rocket from the gray. That was beautiful by Respectful. SLG with some great shots, but it's not going to be enough to make up for what Respectful was just able to accomplish. NaVi should be able to rack up some more time here.
2 Foxy. Put away, though, on the back staircase. 3v2 in favor of NaVi. That should mean more points, and we're seeing these fights going down. Respectful trying to scarper and get away with the ball. He has been able to relay it to a teammate almost with his last dying breath. So that's going to see more score on the board, but OEX know they have a couple of more pushes before they need to start worrying about this.
Yeah, the push coming from Purple Street right now. Is NaVi going to be able to expect that? I love the rotation into PD from Jimbo. I like the idea of dropping the ball at this point and slaying. Kimbo goes down, unfortunately. So does Respectful. So Jimbo going to be forced into a 2v3 situation here. Can he play his life well enough? He doesn't expect the player next to him. Because of it, he's going to transfer that ball over to OEX. Great death grenade that is going to keep the ball out of OEX's hands. And now NaVi, the resources, the reinforcements, they're in here.
Here comes the cavalry then for OEX. Jimbo, the last man alive, but he's not going to be in a significant place to do any damage or stop this ball from racking up even more times. OEX only need 15 more seconds, and NaVi only have 1 more push here.
Look at this comeback, Jersey. We saw them down over 60 points, and now all of a sudden they look to come back. But with 10 points remaining from OEX, NaVi have to do it now, and unfortunately, a triple kill is going to be the outcome. Respectful with rockets, you have to go huge.
Fragxr gets himself a triple kill, but somehow, some way, NaVi find themselves with hands on the ball. Rocket goes down. He gets that kill onto NURIX as well. Has to be perfect halo here from NaVi. They can't afford to slip. Kimbo tucking tail, trying to hide as desperately as he can to stay alive. This team are starting to set up around him. Brandon Stones, Respectful, just needs some help here.
Yeah, unfortunately, multiple members of OEX pushing that side of the map are going to take him down. And look at that, the ball in the hands of OEX, 95 and counting. NaVi have to act now.
NaVi need to stop this ball. They will not be able to. They made a good fight of it. They were as close as they've ever been before, but OEX go the distance. They claimed the victory. What a performance that was from both these teams. NaVi hung on in there. They made a real series of it, but unfortunately for them, OEX go again to the winners finals.